Is it blurry?
There you go.
There we go.
You see, it's all in the hands, bro.
Is it blurry again?
No, it's not. It's cool.
Okay, cool.
Go on, Ben. I'll let you have the intro because that's always your
The
thing.
front seat's hot, innit? Alright, go on in the back today. What's going on? Welcome to another board podcast. We got a guest. Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Pete Sabakari.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
What? You're just saying that. Let everyone know the juice, bro. Okay, put the gist, bro. Where we currently are is where me and Pierre first met.
Yeah.
Where are we located right now?
The Olympic Village.
Come on. Best, for me, I don't know, because you were busy doing your thing. For me, that was the best summer ever.
Yeah. I'll say that hands down.
Wow.
Why was it best summer ever? What happened?
Olympics, bro. I mean,
And you know what? For once, it was sunny. It was just sun.
non-stop. Non-stop. I started thinking, maybe we're like a studio. You know when they adjust the weather like
Truman
that.
Show.
Yeah, literally. I was like, nah. But literally, that summer with me was, because I didn't know what to expect. Because that was like, I don't know if you're in Beijing, but was it Beijing before? Yeah, Beijing.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there. But the London, I didn't know really what to expect from the Summer Olympic. I knew, okay, there's going to be athletes.
Yeah, but
so I was working in the village, like in the actual where all the athletes were staying. So when I knew, because I was basically assigned NOC, so basically assigned to look after, do the errands for the athletes. So I got the country motor, and they only had like 14 athletes. First 3 hours, there was nothing going on. I was like, this is dead. First day, I was like, I might just quit, you know? So I started walking around. Then the thing that turned it is I saw some guy with some frizzy hair. I was like,
You had frizzy hair?
no, not me. No.
I was,
Another guy.
I was gonna say.
Corona Cup, man.
Okay, I feel you. Go
So
on.
I saw a guy with frizzy hair. There was like a group of them. I was like, that guy looks familiar, bro. Who's that guy? Then as I got closer, I clocked it was Marcelo, the football player for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I was like, no, and he was right next to Neymar. I was like, what?
It blows your mind.
Literally.
You look left, you look right.
Literally every athlete was there. I was like, what? I saw Johan Blake. I was like, Johan? And then it wasn't even just athletes. I saw people who were not even before. Like I saw Mark Henry. I just missed Jackie Chan. That really pissed me off.
No way.
Yeah, apparently he was like one of the people he trained. He was like a coach for one of the taekwondo athletes.
Oh, man.
I was like, that would have been sick to meet all these. But that summer was perfect because I only had 14 athletes. Take it off. I only had 14 athletes. I had a lot of free time, got a lot of free food, and I got to a lot of these free events. So I literally just went about for the whole 4 weeks just chilling, bro.
Yeah, you were lucky. I just realized I didn't pull this up.
Yeah, you was an athlete. You were an athlete.
I was there as well. I was working, but on the bridge. I was outside the park.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like just ushering people. I was like a team leader, steward.
Yeah.
And I sent people on breaks and stuff. That felt cool.
Hey, the power of
for the most, that was boring, man. I didn't even get to see the actual opening ceremony. I only saw like the practice opening ceremony.
Yeah, we didn't get to see neither.
No.
So,
What?
you know, as every country's coming out.
You're
Yeah.
lost.
And then, we're lost. So we were just going, yeah.
You don't see it?
Yeah.
Oh
By
man.
the
It's
time
just
we got there, our feet were like blisters.
Really?
And then when they opened the gates, you got this energy. You're like,
Oh, man.
Oh, the thing. Okay, so here's one of the things I've only a few people told. So technically, I have been an Olympic athlete.
Yeah, bro, I know the story.
This is where I don't know if you remember. So basically, I made a lot of friends with the Team USA track team, yeah? All of them, Tyson Gay, Justin Gatlin, all of them my guys, bro. They even follow me, they follow mine, like that's how you know it's legit. So, one of them, Tony McQuay, he won 4 by 400 relay. Side of thank you, he gave me the Team USA uniform.
yeah.
And obviously, you know, them things are limited stock. You can't get them in shop or nowhere. So then I got it. And then I was finished at 5 p.m. It was like literally closing ceremony. I was like, what am I going out for, bro? I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna swing it. If I get kicked out, I get kicked out. I was like, I'm never gonna be here again. I literally went into the staff changing room was literally at the far end there where the school is. I just put on the outfit and I just put US accent.
Really?
Literally, that's it. And people bought it. I was like, yeah, man, it's the first time here in the UK, man.
What?
I was
So you just...
Literally, so I was a BMX athlete. But you can't do them bait ones. You can't say I swam with Michael Phelps or I ran it. You need to do one the
Just a little bit.
Yeah, the one that no one really
like
cares.
volleyball with it.
Yeah, no, you're trying to catch me swimming. No, you're trying to not. Volleyball's the one, bro. But what I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna swing it. So then I started blending in with the Team USA as they were going, because the exit was towards the stadium, was that side. So I started walking. They didn't even check for the thing, because the last day was go on. So I was literally on the track with the Team USA at the closing ceremony.
What?
I've literally tried to look at every video online. I've looked at documentaries 6 hours long. I've tried to find myself in there. It's impossible. So if anyone's watching, if you can ever find me in the Team USA closing ceremony, I'm in the Bury somewhere. So I was like, nah, I had a good time. And then that's where so that's where I met what's these guys? The Dream Team.
Yeah.
Because I remember you met Kobe, right?
Yeah.
So we was like, I had a great time. So we all came back here to the village. I don't remember, that night felt like New Year's, bro.
It was, you know when the Dream Team came in, they weren't staying at the village?
No, they were, yeah.
So when they came in, you should see like all Olympic champion, we were just all fanboys. And we're waiting in line to get pictures with them. Like Tyson Gay was right next to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo,
you just want to medal. Because the thing is, I saw Tyson Chandler first. I was like, rah, Tyson, yeah? I was like, cool. Then I saw Kobe. I said to myself, you know what? Frankie, just play cool with it. You know, just act like, you know, because I still had the uniform. I was like, you know, with the teammates. But that's what my brain was saying. But I don't know how. I blinked, I was already in front of him. I've never moved so fast in my life before.
I'm trying to get some light back here.
Yeah, some steam. So I was like, rah. So I said, spoke to Kobe, and I saw LeBron. Now I understand why he's unstoppable. Because his body, I don't know, did you see him? Did you see LeBron? James?
Yeah.
His body's literally the width of this car.
Is it?
He is a block, bro.
When I look back at when I saw LeBron, it's weird because you're right next to him, and then suddenly when you see him on TV, like he looks even more of a man. You know what I mean? Like you're like, whoa,
yeah. Kevin Durant also was a big guy, but he was weird because he was big, but he was quite lean. His physique was very unusual. Like, yeah, so I met him. I got pictures of Michael Phelps. Listen, I had a brilliant time, bro. But that's what I was saying.
I love it. Frankie's like, I had a brilliant time. What about your friend, though?
We're getting to that, bro, man.
Okay, go.
That's just a little taste of why.
I had a great time.
We're gonna get to the Bury the Beast, bro. Don't worry. So that's as me as a fanboy. But how is it like being an Olympian in the home games, though? Because I thought that is only literally a handful of people in the world can ever say they've done it.
You know, like, how do you describe this? You start, and then when you're playing, you leave. So when you only come back to see families, when you see them building it. And then after what, 4 years, you come back, you go, what? This ain't a bit.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? This ain't, what? What's that? And you're thinking, nah. As we'll go in training, so we used one of the old schools in Canning Town.
Okay.
And as we were driving there, I was like, guys, we just drove past my yard. Like, guys, that's my primary school. And they were like, we get it. I'm like, guys, you don't get it, man.
We're here,
Yeah, it's like, you know, I would never get the whole team to come into the area and show where, you know what I mean? That was weird. I was like, I've been in this sports hall before. You know? Like, surreal.
How did you get into it, though? How did you get into you volleyball, right?
Yeah, so I played basketball from like 10. Like, the way I got into playing basketball, have you heard of like a monk?
Yeah.
So they came into my area and they were helping out with a lot of us in terms of like food donations and things like that. They were from America. So they set up a shelter there. So they also love to play basketball. So
really?
They set up, 2 basketball posts up in the friary.
That must be weird.
And then taught the kids in the area to play. So like, brother Nicholas, he's my man.
Brother Nicholas, man.
And then went to college, and then my basketball coach then asked me to play volleyball.
Okay.
That transition was different.
Yeah. So you started volleyball from college?
Yeah. So I had started at 18, and then had to try and make the games by 22.
Wow.
Yeah. So the years I played volleyball, every day was a nightmare because you don't usually get to play a sport, enjoy it, and say I want to play pro, then represent the national team, get your gold medal. This was a new sport, jump in, straight up militant, 5 hours a day, waking up, 2-hour training, going to uni, come back 3 hours, do that again, Monday to Saturday. Sunday rest because you got to pray. Come back Monday and do it again.
Your mum don't care, bro, man. You can be breaking world records, the whole world will love you. If you ain't in church, bro, you're going to get pepper.
Where you going to get your strength from?
So wait, so you got a gold medal then?
No.
You get, what did you get? Did you get a medal?
Did I get what?
A medal for?
What's that?
What's that?
No.
Oh, no, what's that? Is that type of fruit? In the words of that teacher we hate, participating is what
counts. When I go to kids in schools and they ask, have you got a medal? I'm like, oh. When you say no, it just makes it like a little...
I've been listening to this guy talk for 2 hours, he ain't got shit for him. Now, it happens to me as well because I do talks as well, and because I did a movie with Ben, which where have you brought us, bro?
Same place I always bring you.
Some siren ends, bro. So one of my guys were like Javon Wade. He's now in Hollywood-esque. But there's scenes with me and him acting together. So then people say, oh man, Javon's in Wade, he's in Hollywood. I remember you acting with him. What are you doing now? I'm like, I just appreciate what I'm here, huh? It's
the bar's just been set there for you. Like, hey, where did this bar come from?
Kills, man.
It's insane, bro. But no, it's just, so I don't know, is starting at 18, well, I would think, but starting 18 too late? Like, is it a late start?
If you look back.
If you was asking me when I started, I would say no, because obviously I went for it.
Yeah,
and then 2 months in, I said yeah. And then you realise it's not how much time you got, it's what you do with it. So I was going hard at it every single, like not a joke. You know, you could probably count in a week how much time you had during the year. And it's including like Christmas.
Yeah.
You're not even around for New Year's, you're back in like Europe somewhere playing again. So when I was walking out into the court, oh man, so I probably have to go back to go forward to tell you.
This is bro, we'll never be, well, I've been an Olympic athlete, but you know, Ben would never be an athlete, so you need to break it down for us.
I'm an athlete.
But are you Olympic like me and Peter though? You see? Go on, joke.
You want to hear the?
Go on.
All right, so boy, it started with volleyball. Coach told me to come along and play. The rules in volleyball, so as the ball hits the ground, it's a point to the other team. So a ball hit me, hit the ground, point there. Try it again. Hit me hard, hit the ground, point to the other team. So I thought, this is frustrated. Tried one more time, hit me, hit the ground, point to the other team, said to my coach, nah.
This ain't
the one, nah. And he said, look, just keep going at try it. And I couldn't stop dunking the ball because it was so used to like, and then because you know when you do basketball layups, you go forward to go to the rim. If you do that in volleyball, you're gonna break someone's legs. So they even let me play. They put me to the side to learn how to jump.
Okay,
this is how you jump.
I then got into like the England juniors, and I had a chance to train with. So what they had was towards the Olympics, they had a thing called what was it called? Sporting Giants.
Okay.
So basically, if you was around 6'5", broad shoulders, they would say, okay, you're gonna try it rowing, handball, volleyball, because they just like want to get people in.
There's many,
I went one of them. So I didn't make the height, like you'll be sporting giant. Remember, I'm small in volleyball. Yeah.
What for the people? How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
And that's apparently not tall enough, bro.
No, it's like.
The demands of being an Olympian.
Just reaching. Like they're saying that you have to be above 6'5".
Yeah. Well, it went 6'5". I didn't make the cut. So when I started, I had to now come up against these sporting giants. Yo, when you hear, when someone makes me look up, like I've never kicked my neck back like this before.
Welcome to my world, bro. That's a daily dose for Frankie, bro. Nah,
that's mad.
Yeah,
so I can relate to that though, because I'm 6'3", and I'm used to like when the smaller people are around, I'm used to like lowering myself down.
Yeah.
When it's like damn tall people like me and you, I was like, oh, hello.
Man,
that's crazy.
So, but then here's the thing: do you feel you enjoyed the London Olympics?
The Olympics, yes. The process, like when my first cap, we got to fly out to. So usually the coach will then say, you're selected, let's go. They'll go out to Croatia, come back. Then you got another one, because you know, home and away legs. So you're facing the group stages. Then one time we're going off to Serbia, someone gets injured. So he goes, let's go. I was like, you know what it's like? You felt dirty, but you still took it. I was like, you know what? I'm in it. I'm in the squad. So I had my first chance. I came up in the wall bar. I jumped, and my coach was like, what? Is that it? I was like, okay, like I've got the highest jump in the team.
That's the thing, yeah.
So
I've seen you jump. Like when hearing all of this is madness because I've seen you jump, I've seen you high. I'm like, to hear that is just
like mediocre, like nothing.
Whoa.
Like, yeah.
Then I've got no hope at all. But sorry, go carry on.
So I came back around and he says, jump like you want to play, guy. He puts guy on the end of everything. I was like, yeah, cool. You say like jump, I say how high. Came back again. And what they said was, when you go out to Serbia, be a little bit careful. It's going to be hostile. So when I went out to jump, I heard this like tick, like a bang behind me. And I'm thinking, nah, someone in the crowd just got me. I turned around to see who hurt me. I put my foot down. All that pain started rushing through my leg. So you know you got like, if this is your foot, you got your plantar fascia underneath here.
Okay.
And it helps you spring, run and all of that. So as I was jumping, it basically just snapped. Like half of it went towards my toes and the other half towards my heel.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
Oh God, like gone on the floor, like literally blackout. Now they take me to the hospital, we go through all the procedures and then my friends come in and I'm thinking to myself, that was my first chance to represent and that's gone.
Yeah.
Injury. And then you have, I don't know when you're walking again, don't know when you're going back into training. You're thinking, don't say these things, I'm still...
Yeah. Everything's in your running in your head, yeah.
Team came in then with a cake, and I thought it was like a get well soon cake. Birthday cake. Oh. All of this happened on my birthday.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
2009 Serbia, man, still to this day.
Serbia 09, bro. Damn.
So that was the beginning of the journey.
How long did it take you to heal? How long did it take you to
So what they did was they gave me this, like the procedure should be a lot more now, but back then it was new. They basically take the blood out your arm and then they put it into some centrifuge machine, spins it round and it separates like the plasma. So you got like your pure healing right here. And then they injected that into the bottom of my foot.
Wow.
They just jabbed out and they took out the rest of the strands that's still there.
Yeah.
Injected that in and then I was like, no, nah.
It sounds like
back.
some Wakanda here.
Yeah, like
vibranium.
Serious, like you're thinking, why is this not out like for everybody?
Yeah.
But what happened next was mad. I was now afraid to jump.
Yeah, I thought that's most people.
Yeah,
like ACLs,
mad.
crucial knee, break leg, you always...
They give you all the tests, they say you're strong. I'll go up and like, nah. In the back of your mind, you remember that.
Feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, worst pain I felt.
Yeah.
Besides at the time I overtrained and got pneumonia, but yeah, that's another.
Self-inflicted.
This guy's got a bunch of stories. I thought that's gonna be 100.
Nah, it's real.
One story. This is crazy.
No, it's insane because I've been quite fortunate for my sporting life. It's been very fortunate for me. Reason I say that is because obviously I'm originated from South Africa. Literally, I was from the generation, one of the few generations to be in an integrated school, black and white. Yeah. I think I was the third year in South African history to be in mixed school, and then literally things were going great. Then we hosted the Rugby World Cup. And then obviously the rest was history. The way we won it, Mandela went with the trophy, then won the African Cup of Nations, moved to the UK, and then all of a sudden, backyard is the Olympics is just there, and then the rugby is just here, and then the whole thing. So literally, I'm always everywhere where sports is, and I love the concept of sport. But the thing is, the South Africa, obviously South Africa hosted the Football World Cup as well, so I got back home. But the reason I brought that up is because in the South Africa World Cup, I didn't enjoy it because I felt pressure of being the host. Like I always told people how African can do everything. But then like you're saying with your injury, it's a back in mind, like maybe it can go left. So I was just thinking maybe South Africans might embarrass themselves in front of the whole world. So I was always cautious of watching it. So I know a lot of athletes, for example, I don't think Jessica Ennis enjoyed the Olympics. I don't know her personally because the pressure on her, because she was basically the face.
Kinda, yeah.
We were training in the same place, so it was volleyball is here, me, the rest of the clique. Then you had Sheffield Sharks basketball team, the athletics, Jessica Ennis, and then boxing was AJ and the rest of them.
Yeah.
So it was like a huge complex, and we're all young.
Yeah.
And I can understand that she, even then, like she was the golden girl.
Yeah, everyone
like,
was looking at her. Yeah,
like
even even if she got silver, I don't think it would have. People would have been happy with that, man. Because literally, when you at one point, everywhere you turn in London, her face was on that billboard. I was like, bruh. So, but it's one of the things that obviously, thankfully, she did get the gold. Yeah. But you see stuff like people can't enjoy being in that moment because of everything that falls through. So I'm glad to hear that you did enjoy it, because I know so many, because 6 days a week training.
It's and it's I'm shaking my head going, I know.
Like, what did I do to myself, man? Because one thing I love about athletes, where I don't think they get enough credit, is how disciplined they are. Because you always say, oh, this athlete went out clubbing. I was like, he's allowed to go out clubbing once in a while, because if you don't, then you just go crazy, because you're doing all this training, the pressure to deliver, the pressure, the performance out of, like, what was the capacity? You performed was it in Earls Court, was it? Yeah. What was the capacity? Do you remember?
What was 20, 25?
See, I'm confident. I could probably, if I put my butt to perform like that, 25,000. That's
like when you're playing, suddenly you black out and you don't hear them. That's like that zone.
Okay,
So like your levels are right. You're hype, but also calm.
Yeah.
It's when you make a mistake. When you score, you've got 10,000 people go right, and then suddenly you hear it, and you're like, come on, When you miss, then you hear 10,000 people go right. You're like, nah. You remember, there's some people out there that don't want you to score, and you're constantly reminded every time you don't score.
Yeah,
it's bad, bro, man.
The first touch in the game, I only went dink. But when I look back on it, I must have just slammed it like nerves. Coaches took me off. I was like, yo, did I just... No.
Shoot.
Yeah.
It's mad.
And I'm just like, can't breathe. And then suddenly you get used to where you are.
Yeah.
But it was playing pro. It was cool. Yeah. This is the moment you've been training. You know that Eminem, like, you know what I mean? You know, one chance,
bro.
Yeah.
One opportunity. Yo.
Tough.
No, like, just seeing all that stuff, like, shit. Because I was like, I would love to do that. I can do this. And then I'm just seeing all this pressure. I'm like, eesh. Now everyone's just gonna look at you. You bring shame to your family. I was like, but man can do it. But it's just like in that moment as well. Because
but that's good though. Like, I think it's so healthy when you go through something like that. It prepares you. I'm sure, like, the way you approach things are like post Olympics is like totally different. You know what? Hit depression after.
Really? Yeah. So I'll tell you a bit about that. In terms of like the pressure bit. It's weird. You get pressure, new pressure, that becomes your norm. You know what I mean?
1 second, I think I was about to cut out.
Is it that one?
There we go. That happens every podcast, but it's becoming
every 23 minutes we have to restart.
Has that been the 23 minutes already?
It's like
I feel like I just got to know our names.
No.
Mama,
you're saying your pressure,
Yeah, that becomes the new norm. So you feel like if you don't get that pressure, you're not improving. You're not staying in the same place.
You're staying too comfortable,
And then for me, I've always been a geek, like with the acting and the writing way back. So as soon as the games were done, I remember we were going off to the World Championships. I was already on the phone to unis like, yo, I want to come back. I think within 6 weeks, I was studying again. Yeah, I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm out, man. And I can start doing animation and what I really like.
Nah, bruh. Now, credit to you, man, because I have a lot of respect and love for athletes in you as well, man. That's why I wanted to come here, man. I know it's a definitely good task. But yeah, it's with stuff like that. You say post depression. Is it worth the reasons why you started doing your motivational speaking?
Yeah.
How did you overcome depression?
So, you know when it's like, hold on, I've got all the lessons in here. I should know how to persevere. Where them notes though, man? When you're in it, you're suddenly like you're submerged. And like you never know you're drowned until you drowned. You have to actually go through it, and then that's So when I was after uni, I said to myself, I still want to work with children. Like, that's what I enjoy doing. I missed the acting and animation, so I then combined it all to then set up like a games for children to get them fit and healthy. Going into loads of schools and realised they've got an obesity problem. And that allowed me to slowly come out of like the depressive state. Because what happened was you're on cloud 9 and then suddenly you
blink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had, yeah.
I was writing CVs on Indeed 8 a day. 8 a day, I was knocking them out. I remember I was going to be a 999 call operator. Okay. Because I still wanted to help people and I thought that's the best way too. I thought, what? There's someone called Mia in this state. I'm saying, run.
Yeah.
I need help. It's a rap, brother.
So no. I want to do what you.
Oh, so I said no to that. And then this was the lowest of the low that I've ever felt. I then applied to sell talk broadband in the streets. You know those people you avoid?
Yeah, coastal, yeah.
I was one of them.
Okay.
And boy, I said, okay, don't do it in the area that I went to uni, because I still lived there and my poster was still on the side of the uni. You know what I mean? So I was like, that ain't me, that's just...
Not all black people look the same.
So, take me to the next town, I'll do it there. Went up for the training. This was mad. I had to get there 5:30, around 5 to 6, because you know, you get all the boards and all of that. There was some house music playing, like full on drum and bass. I'm thinking, what's going on? I'm meant to be coming for my induction here.
Yeah.
I walk in and there's this guy. Have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Kid you not.
Swear.
It was a scene from that. And everybody in the room, it was weird. I saw the same look, like in their eyes, that I also had. You know that look of you've been beaten and this is the only thing you got left to try and do. This guy comes in with some slick suit, shiny shoes, hair slick. You know someone you don't trust. He's got a toothpick.
I love that.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Slick. You don't trust him.
And then he starts shouting out, road call. He's like, Joanna. And he's going 200. Everyone goes, Haru. While this house makers is going. He goes, Nathan, road call, 350, Haru. I text my boy saying, yo, this is some bull.
Yeah.
After he's gone through the whole thing, I'm standing in the corner watching everyone take. It felt like a cult. He finishes. I see my boy and text me back. The guy looks at his phone and looks at me. I look on my phone. I text him, hit it. I just grabbed my bag and walked out. That was God giving me a sign. Yeah. I thought, you know what?
Sometimes you have to hold that L, bro.
And I text him. Oh my gosh. I've been like,
Bro, that's funny, bro.
That is crazy.
Nah, I've actually done something similar. Not like that, but like I was talking to one guy on the phone once, and then I thought I hanged up. I was telling my boy, I was like, oh, you see that girl? Yeah, I say X, Y, Z. I said, you know, yeah, I can hear you. And I was like, huh? You know, I just caught her raps, bro. I was like, you know what, let me just not holler at her anymore, bro. It's kind of, but now, I thought that's a very noble thing to say, because everyone, kind of like I said with athletes, we always see the glitz and glamour. I thought everyone who's not as an athlete or who's not an actor or musician, they only see the... You okay?
I'm trying to get a light, man. This whole time I've been in the shadows like Darth Vader. I've been here like hidden.
But yeah, they only see the amazing part of it. But there's a lot of us who go through a lot of hardships. Like even when I was on Netflix, I was still struggling to find regular work. I had to go and do these jobs just to fill up the paycheck and everything. I remember hearing, I don't know who it was, but one EastEnders athlete. He was in EastEnders. Literally the next month, he was working at BMM, one of them BHS or one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And everyone was like pointing and laughing at him, saying, this guy was in EastEnders. And I look at him. I understood exactly where he came from.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of actors, similar singers probably, who they don't know where the next paycheck is. Another prime example, current Team GB. I can't remember his name. He's doing long jump. So he was literally ready to go to Tokyo for Olympic. Yeah. But because obviously COVID, he ended up doing UPS delivery, and one person took a picture of him doing delivery and it went viral. Then honestly, I love how he held it. He said that, yes, my situation.
Yeah. You gotta make ends meet.
I need the Olympics is not gonna come another year. I need to feed myself one night or another. He started a GoFundMe page, but yeah, unfortunately he's got the money now again. But yeah, stuff like that.
It's because that's the percentage of the stories that are shared. You know what I mean? And it's, if you actually look at whoever's going through it, they've gone through these moments. You know, and once they get the gold, once they get that role, that's when things change. Yeah. So it's part and parcel of that journey. Yeah. And I feel like once I went through the games and I was going through that, and that moment I said, Pete, like, where is that Peter? You know, that person who said at 18, I don't care if I don't know it, I want to learn it. Times I was in Holland.
Wait, give us times, because I feel like I'm just like, where were you in Holland? Holland?
Wow. We went to Serbia 09 and that way.
So I've been about like 35 different countries across the world.
Okay.
Yeah, playing, and played professional in Holland, played in a bit in Sheffield. We played a little bit Tenerife, a little bit France, like, you know, Germany, all the European countries, and then Mexico and...
Okay, that's dope.
So there's when they pick a team, I don't know, they're doing football. So you got one position, then you've always got someone as a backup. Yeah. Then you sometimes have a backup. You know what I mean? For a training person that they ain't gonna play, but they're probably up and coming, and they'll take a place. So there's 3 of us. 2 of them get played, and 1 person is me. And what they would do was they were talking to each other in Dutch, telling them what areas to go to make it easier for them and harder for me. So I said, nah.
Interesting.
I'm not having this, man. I went to the coach and I said, look, can you get me some Dutch lessons? I want to learn it.
Bro, that is powerful, really man.
Yeah,
started doing some night school. So then when they started talking, I didn't tell them I was learning. So when they started talking, I'm there now. Until I let it slip when it goes, oh, hey, appreciate that.
Mad.
That's real smart. A lot of people would have said, nah, I'm just going to show him.
Crazy.
That's like literally.
A lot of people would just give up.
It's cutthroat. Like, you got to do what you got to do.
Wow.
They were playing against me, right?
Yeah. And they're trying to take that spot which you're trying to. I get that. That's mad, man.
So what? Wait, so is that? Because I'm curious to know like what happened after that. Like after you learned Dutch, how did things progress for you?
Well, one time they said they done something. They said, "Are you blind, you dickhead?" And I said, "I'm not blind. You're the one who needs glasses." But I said that back in Dutch.
Nice.
So then the gig was up. They knew. So they stopped doing all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was a bench player the whole way through. Our coach would go around to different countries and visit the athletes to see how they're doing. You know, that's how he's picking them up for the national team. He comes to me and says, like, if you're not playing, you're not playing. I thought, nah. And there's no happy end to this story. I still wasn't playing. But what I did was, the time that they finished training, I just stayed there and practiced. So I know that when I came back, if I got selected, it's then up to me against whoever's there to face off. And yeah, it's just a battle.
Yo.
Sleepless nights.
Yeah.
But then obviously when you win big games, it's
really
you're on cloud 9 again, man.
Nah, I feel you, because like prime example you said, the opening ceremony. Because I've been in opening ceremony literally myself as well. It is really long. Yeah. No one realizes that literally every single country has to walk a lap. Yeah. A lap is already long enough when you're walking as a group. But you have to do that with 190 plus, and then you start. But when you get, like you say, when the gates open, that roar.
Hey, I've never been space. Probably never be that astronaut guy to go space. When you came out, all the speakers were facing the crowd. Yeah. So you got this weird like empty space where you was on the track, but you can still hear the echoes of the music. Yeah. And then the top of the stadium was like, obviously nighttime, but then it was all blacked out with the crowds, but they had their phones out. So you just saw stars and then stars. Wow. Yo, like,
feel it. I feel it. That's powerful, man.
That's insane, bro, man.
So wait, so what's happening in the future with volleyball? You still playing volleyball?
I stopped about 3-4 years ago now.
Okay, not going back? Done.
No, I now like make actual games for kids.
Oh, sick.
And teach them to be fit and then sell it to schools.
Is that coding games? Or
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's all coded up and it's an application when they type in activities, get points.
Okay.
Plug it, man. Tell the people what about it. What's the name, bro? We give you free advertisement here, bro.
Nutri-Treats, yeah.
Nutri-Treats.
Yeah, okay. So it's the idea, like, what I said was, you know how you always, I thought, I'd love to write a book.
Yeah.
Then I thought, nah, you need to make, that's not something that I could feed the fam with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, what kind of story, what can I do with the book? So story-wise, I wrote what I went through to make it to the Olympics and then turn that into good versus bad with villains. Because the idea is, in fact, I'll give you the little pitch.
Yeah, man. Go.
Them exclusive right there, bro.
All right, for everyone there too, you got sugary foods, salty foods, and fatty foods. They all contribute to childhood obesity. What is the one thing that children consume more than those three combined that also causes obesity?
More than that?
Combined. Sugar, salts, bad fats. There's one more thing they consume more than those three.
Lack of exercise? Watching TV?
TV, I would probably say, yeah.
Media.
Yeah, media. Okay, yeah.
So then, when it comes to media,
so smart.
yeah, he's like, yeah,
Make it 2 for 2 out here, man.
So they use that to then manipulate children to buy more of Frosties, or, can't say brands, sugary cereals, plug that out. And they just call it marketing. But when it comes to their healthy foods, what do we have?
Vegetable.
Name a mascot as big as Tony the Tiger.
Oh, wow.
For healthy foods.
Dr. Sebi?
He's not the American.
I know you mean, but yeah.
So that's the idea where we then go, okay, want to create a range of different little creatures, all linked up to the ingredients, and the children got to help and restore them by doing activities and getting points. They go up against each other in a little league, and it's all done online,
that's really cool.
so they can see leaderboards and resources done for schools.
Oh, dope, man.
That's amazing, man.
But that, even that itself, that's been 5 years of just the Olympics, I would say, was easier than this.
Whoa.
Yeah, because suddenly it's a business now, and you felt like that paycheck, that's no paycheck. You know what I mean? At least if I miss a couple of balls here and there, I'm getting paid at the end of the month. It's up to me to try and get better. That is all on you. Gotta bring your team together. You gotta make sure you're hitting all the targets and and then you gotta make sure people want it. Like, I could just be this little guy playing this little game myself, man.
Jeez.
I do want to say this though, like, I've only just met you, but like, from the story you're telling, first and foremost, like, I'm all about just talking your truth. In this time where everything's cancel culture and everything's like, we're condemning people, and it's like, actually, you can actually learn a lot of people's mistakes. And I feel like, you know what? I just want to speak my truth because I'm happy with where I am right now. I'm living my best life, but that didn't come from, you know what I mean, no hardship, no challenges. So that's why I'm all about like speaking my truth, especially on this platform. But aside from that, I'm also really aware of like knowing your energy and knowing like what your gift is and what you can give. And I think like from the stories you're telling and your tenacity and the things that you overcome and how you overcome them,
I appreciate
like, bro, I think, yeah, you are definitely using your gift and using your energy and your light in the most amazing way, man. So yeah, I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
No, real talk, really inspired, man. No, because
inspired. Keep doing your thing, man.
It's not easy, brother. I mean, really,
you know, when I was going to the schools and I remember telling all the kids like the motivational kind of stuff, I thought to myself, I'm not even believing it. And the more I did it, I was like, Pete, I can't keep, I'm being a hypocrite. How can I tell you to do something I want to do for myself? So that, you know, being around it, hearing it, it really does help.
Yeah, it does. But on a positive note, what makes your story so captivating is an Olympic thing, because I've heard so many fascinating stories about how someone became an Olympian. Was there any particular story that stood out for you that you know? Like any Olympic story of how someone became an athlete? There was one, there's a few, but one that really stuck to me was a Paralympian. He was a Paralympian, and how he became disabled was, I don't know if you guys remember, do you remember when it was announced Team GB, when United Kingdom was going to host the Olympics? Do you remember the whole Trafalgar Square? Do you guys remember the next day?
No.
No one remembers that. Next day was 7/7 attack.
No way.
Literally the next 7. That's why there was so many army people around in Olympics and all this stuff, because everyone thought that it was affiliated with Olympic, because they never really came to a conclusion of what the 7/7 attack was about. They kind of just brushed underneath for win. So one of the Paralympians, he was one of the victims who got attacked from the 7/7 attack. He says he was so happy. He said, "Oh, I'm finally going to see all these athletes." Next day, boom, he lost one of his legs and part of his body, and he says, "I still want to be part of it," and he became a Paralympian. It's just like, I can't remember what sport he did, but I was just like, just all these stories. I'm like, wow. I was hearing Lolo Jones. She was basically homeless for like 10 years, but she still managed to find a way to train, and she became an Olympic athlete.
I've got a guy who played football. He didn't play for the national team at the time, but a professional footballer. He was driving with his boy, crashed. His boy went through the windscreen with him. He smashed up his head. His boy died. And from the head injury, he couldn't play professional football anymore, but he became a Paralympic footballer.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm just like, whoa.
The stories.
And also that you just lost your boy, man. Like, and it's like you're also playing for him. Like, they're both footballers.
Yeah, it's just, you just remind me when you say you lost a boy. There was another German weightlifter. He was, for like 2 Olympics, he always got bronze. Then his wife said to him, "Don't worry, this Olympics, you're gonna get gold." But he didn't believe it. And during his training process, his wife passed away. And that Olympics, he won gold medal.
Some kind of...
I've got goosebumps telling that story, bro, man. I was like, Olympics is... That's for me, that's why honestly, I watch football most. That's probably my #1 sport. But sporting events, nothing can touch Olympics for me. Olympics, being in the bird, because you guys are freaks, bro. Like sporting hero freaks. Watching athletes live doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm looking, how the hell, like even sports I don't watch, like watching javelin and archery is fascinating live. How is someone throwing that 90 meters?
But wait, hold on, wait. I still don't know how you guys met. You said Olympics, but
I remember.
how?
Do you remember?
Hit me.
So
I've got so many different like pockets of.
No, everyone says Frankie's mysterious because. So what it is? So bear in mind, I'm still in a Team USA athlete.
This guy was meeting people.
I'm still in a Team USA athlete thing. So, I'm really gonna say this on camera now.
Yeah, man. I've already asked you started. Started, bro.
All right, I'm not gonna put you in the bowl because I know there's a gold Olympic secret. But you know, the shit, what goes down in Athletes Village.
No.
What goes down? There's this thing where testosterone and hormones.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
No, I remember how we met, not what you're talking about.
Okay, remember? Okay, what do you remember?
Finish your story.
Wait.
Like, how much information is...
Wait. Yo, I'm just here like, what the... Come on, guys, like, what?
Cool. So, I'm even crying from I had of laughter. So basically, I'm not an athlete, so I can say. So one of the great hidden secrets of being an athlete
He's like, what the
is there's a lot of sex that goes on in athletes' villages. So, okay, we're playing that card.
No, go.
There's a lot of fornication that goes on in Olympic villages. So I heard in the London one, there's gonna be, they ordered 100,000 condoms, but they still needed more. So I was like, rah! These guys are mad.
When we did come into the, like, so these houses here weren't houses. There were no kitchens in them.
Yeah.
It was just all room.
Yeah.
When we did come into the living room, there was a huge bowl with a huge sign saying, "Please use." And it was just filled with chewing gum. What are you laughing, bro?
You said chewing gum, bro. You laughing at?
I'm laughing at something I saw yesterday.
That was a setup. That's hilarious.
But yeah, so I heard about that. I was like, nah.
I love the way I still don't know how you met. Like,
No, we're getting to it. So I was like, I need to get involved in this. So
chewing gum.
So I bumped into one of the 1500 meter runners from Team GB. I can't remember who he was. So he said, "Oh, the Team GB guys, you guys are hosting. You hosted like a little party in there."
Yeah.
So
I'm DJ.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry.
You was DJing? Okay.
So
DJ.
DJ.
Okay. Got it all straight.
Yeah, that was it. YouTube and this is before ads, so you don't need to worry about skipping ads, man. So then I went in there, so I saw Sir Chris Hoy. So I wanted to get a picture with him. So in the crowd, I thought he turned left, but I found out he turned right. So when I turned left, I literally walked right in the middle of the gymnasts.
Okay.
And a lot of the gymnasts, most of them are my height. Apparently, a lot of them said I would have been really good at gymnastics because my height and my power was really well.
Proportion
But, yeah, with the proportion. But a lot of them were like, "Oh, well, you're a gymnast." I was like, "I was a BMX rider." Now that was the discipline I was digging.
Keep it in there.
Yeah. You have to be consistent all night.
Method acting right there. Like,
So then I met some of them. I met who did I met? Am I saying names? I met was there.
Damn, that's getting bleeped out. She can't try to sue me in that. You know what I mean?
Was also there. He was also there. But so one of the team gymnasts from Canada. A lot of the gymnasts from there. There was a Canadian one. I'll say her name.
Wow. You want to get incriminated for anything like this?
I have no idea.
So she fabulous. So we started talking to them, and then I didn't know, but there's this traditional picture where you get the shortest and tallest athlete picture. So it's usually the gymnast and volleyball or basketball players. So then I saw Nathan French first. Then he said, "Oh, let's get a picture. We need to do the traditional thing," and then that's where you came along, and then we met there. I don't know if that's what you remember.
It's exactly how I remember.
Yeah. So I did my thing, and I've name dropped and pulled a few dots, but we had a very cardio kind of evening. I'm gonna put it that way. Yes.
We danced.
Yeah, we danced. Yeah. Your music was very good, so you don't burn calories.
But I will say this though. Afterwards, like I met Frank.
There you go. Yeah,
I met Frankie during this film called The Weekend. And when was The Weekend movie? That was definitely after the Olympics and everything.
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah. But what was the event we went to where we kind of just snuck into the Olympic Park, or Olympic Stadium?
Oh, the World Championships.
The World Championships.
Yeah. Usain Bolt's last race. Yeah.
I just happened to be a Frankie. He happened to be wearing that same Team GB jacket.
Bro, listen, I've got souvenirs for days, bro.
And I was like, you sure this is gonna work? And yeah, he's like, cool. We had no sort of credit. Did you have accreditation?
No, we didn't have no accreditation, nothing.
Somehow, some way, this guy is able
slick, innit?
to just get us in places, and we're sitting watching the freaking championships, the World Championships, like, we haven't paid for this, we haven't got accreditation.
Literally.
Like,
I've gone into a lot of places where I'm like, how the hell did I get here, bro?
Yeah, man, just acting like you belong.
Literally. This walk with confidence is like, you're interrupting my path. So so I remember. So the thing is, you remember I said I finished my shit at 5 o'clock. Put it this way, I left the village probably about 4 a.m. Literally.
That night.
That night, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was literally like Freshers Week, New Year's times 10 merged in one place.
So the food hall, let's start with the food hall.
Man, nah.
I feel so jealous. I wish I was there.
Okay, this is not even me capping, but at the time, it was the biggest food hall in the world.
When I walked in, if you imagine every country had their own stall.
Every country,
no, when I say stall, I mean like their own little.
It was like a proper restaurant kind
of kind of cafeteria like area where you could pick, like you could get plantain, jollof. You go over get jerk.
You can get some stir fried, egg fried rice.
Every samosas, and then in the fridge. The fridge itself, all straight Coca-Cola, and every products they own, which is nearly everything.
Yeah.
You just pick and drink. Like it got to a point where I was why is it Tropic? Oh yeah, they bought out Tropicanas.
Okay.
I was popping Tropicana just. That tastes good.
Next one.
Do you know what Tropicana is? When I first started buying it after, I was like, yo!
I should have taken a piss out of it.
I should have stocked up.
Oh my days.
It's literally like going to an Asda supermarket and just eat when you're there. Just like, I'll have that, eat side out. It was literally, it was insane, bro. That's why there was no kitchens in the actual the digs or the village itself.
You just walk across and eat. And then in the center was a huge McDonald's.
Oh yeah,
and when
I found that really weird because you guys were athletes.
No, but no, like
yeah, the big one, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that actually. Yeah,
it then made sense. I remember walking past, going, "What?" I hadn't tasted the McDonald's in about a solid 4 or 5 years. Never. As soon as we got knocked out the games,
you demolished.
Yo, and then you'd be like the person in front of you because they already got knocked out. There were like 12 cheeseburgers. Like, you know what it's like, yo. Probably taking one bite of each one just for that.
Yeah.
The thing is, the clash of the times was a big problem though. Well, I say problem, it's something you get used to. So if you're in a heats event, then first, second day, you're gone. You know, if you're not the fastest loser, you know what I mean, you're out. While we were in group stages, so you got to play everyone and see the points.
Yeah.
So you had people on like third, fourth day, you're trying to sleep and you hear like bottles chinging. You're like, and then you see this huge area that's empty, and it got turned into like a little concert.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you're thinking, what? Man's got an Olympic Games tomorrow.
People are trying to sleep here, and people, because you need to remember, they're getting free food, free accommodation, they can get tickets to any of the events. Why am I going home, bro?
Yeah.
The weather was great. Yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling, bro.
You realize you just sacrificed the last 5 years of your life and you're done.
In 3 days, it's a finish.
And then you've got this holiday. Everything paid for. And outside was like blacked out BMWs to take you to any club.
Yeah. So
that really? Got even...
So I was given a Mini Cooper. So I was given a Mini Cooper. I think they just gave it because like I don't think he's big enough for a BMW. So they gave me a Mini Cooper.
What, to drive?
Yeah, to drive the athletes. Yeah.
What, you drive yourself or there's like a driver?
No, I'm driving the athlete.
Oh.
We had like a row of drivers outside anytime ready to
like the errands. Yeah. So just escorting them. So I was like, oh, where can I go?
How did you get that job?
Just applied online, literally.
Listen, I applied for the deadest job now that I think about it. I was ushering people to the games via the bridge, sending people on bricks. I was getting paid. That was the most money I've ever had. You know what I mean?
The paycheck in Olympics is fabulous, bro.
Nice, but when I think about all the stuff you're saying, I'm like, yo, I got the short end of this. Do you know what I mean?
I think that he would have made it work anyway. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there was this thing on the bridge. Oh, you missed out, man.
Yeah, I know. Literally, you're right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just one thing. I just like swing with it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try my luck with this. And yeah, that summer was insane because I met people. So here's the thing.
I might try for the Olympics.
Yes. So, bro, I really
contemplating, man. What's the sport I can start
So my brother said the same thing. So my brother plays sevens for Malawi right now, rugby. Okay, Malawi's really low down the rankings.
Yeah.
But he's I can see him eyeing Tokyo a little bit. Yeah. Well, not Tokyo, Paris, because Tokyo's a bit too soon. But yeah, that's possible. My brother says, you know, I can run far, you know? Huh? Maybe I should try marathon. I was like, no, you don't just try marathon like that, bro. It's just like...
It's got to be a sport. What's the sport? Paris. When's Paris?
Paris is after Tokyo, so 2024.
Or 5.
No, I don't know. Yeah. Whenever it comes, bro. Yeah. But yeah, so I was just lucky with that that one. But
hey, you know, it's...
there may be... Okay, maybe someone watching. What is... the 3 golden tips to be an Olympic athlete? Of course, there's many disciplines, but what do you think is probably unified to every?
I wouldn't say the 3. I'll say one giant lesson I've learned, and that's the difference. You know, when I said I was afraid to jump, I learned about a fear and a phobia. So, give me something you're afraid of right now.
Right now, probably heights.
Hey. Same here. You know what I mean?
Swear.
I was gonna say I'm 6'5". That's what
you're the opposite of height.
All in favour of height, say hi.
I didn't think we were gonna say that, but like,
oh shit, that's funny.
We were gonna say spiders or snakes or something, bro. Team no heights here, bro. I don't know what you guys, but I stopped at 5 foot nothing. I was like, that's as much height I'm getting, bro.
Yo, alright, so go on. We all said heights. Go on, what was your point?
Oh, ouch.
Where are we going with this? Where is it going? I want to know. I'm so curious. Add out my fear.
Alright, so you're only born with 2 fears. Fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. Fear God as well. Hey, mum, if you're watching.
You have to squeeze that.
Everything else you're afraid of is now from experience. So if I was to say to you, if a lion was to come from the boot straight through here, would you be afraid?
Of course, yeah.
And if there was 3,000 volts, like live wire, would you touch it?
No.
So those fears keep you alive. They're there, it's fine. Now, if I was to say a mouse was to come in here, would you be afraid?
Barely.
Kinda, yeah.
I wouldn't barely.
Depends where it is.
No, that's good. That's good. You got a disagreement. Some people would see it as a lion because they're that afraid of it, and some wouldn't. So that's irrational. It don't make sense now to another person. An irrational fear is called a phobia. So you don't like it that much. When you're coming up against anything that's outside your comfort zone, you got to ask yourself: is it a fear where I want to stay alive, or is it a phobia, which is just up here? And then when you realize it's up in your mind, you can then work to slowly take steps to try and break it down.
Yeah. Wow, that's
bars.
Wow, bro.
That was so powerful.
I don't even know how to top that up, bro. Battery's even about to die.
Yeah, battery's about to die. This was a power. I did not expect the pod going like this today.
Bro, motivational speaker, Peter, you've held yourself. Like, I hope people that are watching can captivate the energy that's going on. Me and P have not hanged out that much, but it's something that I know every time we do meet or when we do speak, it's always top level, and hopefully you can gather from
man, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you today,
big pleasure, man.
No,
I've enjoyed this, man. Started off all nervous, heart
man.
Now it's giving us a phobia in the mind. I was like, jeez, bro.
No, big respect, man. And
tell people where they can find you, social media, links, wherever you are, man.
Yeah, at Peter Bakari. That's Peter, B-A-K-A-R-E.
You know,
where are you from? What's the heritage?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Nigeria have a volleyball team?
Yes.
What they saying?
They got a volleyball team.
Yeah. We'll leave us there, bro. We don't want no president coming after us, man. Well, with that being said, much love with your host here, Frankie Claret, and
Betty Sarpog.
with our guest,
Peter Bakari.
hey, Olympian, brother, man. Peace, love, and happiness. It's been a good podcast, man. Take it easy, guys. Peace.